coconut competition, didn't he? Well, oh my God, now this was the weirdest thing during the eviction. It was so strange. So they all got to like do their votes. It's like so-and-so comes to the diary room. But they didn't show you the person in the diary room doing their vote. They just show you the others sitting around on the couch. And I've never seen so much silence on TV. It was like eerie, like on BBUK, if they were like going in to nominate or whatever, they'd just be chatting. Like even if they were told not to, they still would be. But there was just like people sat there and then so-and-so come to the diary room. And then they went, could they not have put the fucking camera in the room so we could actually see who people were voting for? It was really, really odd and strange and eerie. And the whole thing just felt so cheapo and budget. Really, really weird. I felt like I was a housemate sat out there because we didn't know who... It was like a surprise to us when we saw who was up for eviction, which I was glad. It was a nice surprise. Julie don't even bother to show up. Old Cornbread just had to leave the house, and then next day Julie comes in and interviews him. I was like, what did he do in the meantime? Weird. Anyway, I'll go into more on the interview. Yeah, bloody Caleb, Monty even had to read out by a vote of 9-1. That's too much responsibility for Monty. He can't hack it. You should get like extra stipend for having to read bits out of cards. Yeah, it was really, really awkward. Oh yeah, and it was like, come and collect the card. Like, how quickly does like Ted print off like the results on that card? It looked like all proper like official and stuff, like Jeremy Kyle's cards that he reads people's names off of. You are the father. I've written Neely's eyebrows, eek. Her eyebrows are getting a bit excessive, and also I don't think she's 33, which I know I'm not the only one to say that, but she does look old. Chrissy got 0 votes to evict. How can you be that much of a cunt and get no votes to evict? That's amazing. I feel like I'd be like Chrissy in the house. Yeah, it was the Cornbread went. No idea why. Oh, so Cornbread's interview. Is it Cornbread? I don't know. Why did he get such a long interview? This is a bad... I know they're trying things out, but normally the interview is too short. It's like about 30 seconds. But did he get a 15-minute interview? I had to skip through it because it's so boring. He was so bitter. And then Julie's like, well, one person gave you their vote. He's like, who? And she's like, Alex. He's like, oh, I love Alex. And the next day you see Alex and Diane going, oh, I'm just doing a hinky vote. She didn't even like you, Cornbread, you old fool. Yeah, that interview was quite depressing because Cornbread was dead bitter and it was really, really boring. So that was a bad combination. I felt sorry for Julie because normally she just like sits down with him for a second, put down your bag. Don't even have a bag these days. Give us Pablo back, whatever. But no, Julie has to speak to this idiot for 15 minutes. Waste of his time, waste of Julie's time, waste of everyone's time. Cut that down to about 5 minutes. See you later. So then on the next Daily Show, there was all this kind of paranoia about who did the hinky vote. I don't mind that. Like, it feels like a retro sort of theme to have a hinky vote. I've not seen a hinky vote in a while, but I just think it's quite boring when they're like, is it this person? Is it that person? Especially as America gets one vote as well, because you just go, oh, it's America, and that's that. Like, the conversation over. So the next HOH was called Live by the Sword. Now, Live by the Sword, Die by the Sword was a famous quote used by Nasty Nick Bateman in Big Brother UK Series 1 when he got thrown out of the house for writing notes on little bits of paper. Does Nick Bateman get royalties when people use that phrase? I don't think so, because I think that phrase is something else, isn't it? But, know your Big Brother roots. I am like a Big Brother historian, except for I've forgotten more about Big Brother than I ever knew in the first place. But still, I am like the female Jason Roy, basically, like the English female Jason Roy. Except I don't work in a grocery store and I don't smoke, but I've got other bad habits, so... yeah, this task was so cheapo. So they had to stand on, like, I don't know, a step, and they had, like, a plastic sword, like, from a pound shop, and I had to, like, hold it up. And whoever held it up the long... Honestly, I'm not joking, this is what the actual task was. Whoever held it up longest won. And I enjoyed Justin mocking Monty during the task, going, I'm coming for your ass, mate. But then Justin was like wiggling about, like, and then he dropped his sword. It was like when Jace was messing about during a HOH competition and he fucked it up as well. It's like, don't say you're coming for someone if you're not actually going to take the task seriously, because it makes no sense. It's ridiculous. Then the last two was standing was Neely and Alex, and they were trying to cut deals with each other, saying we can split the HOH. But in the end, Neely dropped it, and Alex won in 2.5 hours, which is quite a long time to hold a sword up. Plus, she's only small, so. But my favourite bit of that whole thing was when she won, Monty went to her, congrats on becoming the newest house headhold. House headhold. Yeah, whatever. BBOTT. Who knows? Who knows what we're actually doing, what game we're playing. It don't matter. So then Alex was saying she wanted to put Shane and Danielle up because she wants to get the showmance out. And she's not a fan of the quackback. And and then Monty was saying he wanted to put Justin up. But hey, Monty, you're not HOH anymore, so pipe down. Justin is like a proper old school housemate. He is an actual pimp, I heard on Big Brother Gossip. And his clothes, oh my God, his clothes are chic. Tie-dye denim shirts, velvet hats, like... I just can't, his sunglasses that he wears, like the way he has his hair, the way he twirls his moustache, everything about him is cool. If he goes, I'm going to be fuming. He is such a good housemate. Hopefully, Chrissy will save him with this thing. Spoiler for what's about to come. So then Julie came in again, not really, just a hologram, and said they're bringing back America's Care Package. Oh, Jesus. For 7 weeks. Do you think Julie actually understands the rules of the game? I don't think Julie even understood the rules of normal Big Brother, let alone BBOTT. I don't think she has a fucking clue what's going on, frankly, nor do I. So yeah, America's Care Package, I don't know what they are, but 7 weeks, that sounds long. Sorry. It's hard doing a podcast on your own. It's hard to breathe and... have a drink, 2 things which I enjoy doing. So I'm up to day 10 recap, which I think is like today or yesterday or something. Monty wanted to get Justin and Jason out, i.e. the 2 most interesting people in the house, when Monty's a boring twat. And then, I like the way Alex talks in the diary room. She's quite, like, enthusiastic. Is she an animator or something? She reminds me of, like, a cartoon character. There's something, like, just cool about her. Her sister is Miley Cyrus. Is fucking annoying, though. So then Alex was saying to Jason she wasn't going to put him up, but I'm not sure if that was the flim flam section or not. I'm not sure if there is a flim flam section on BBOTT or if the whole thing is just, like, a flim flam section. It's really hard to tell. Like, that's what I like about Big Brother normal, Big Brother proper, is it's got a very strict structure to it. But with BBOTT, that's all been thrown out the window and like you don't really know where you stand. So it's a bit nerve-wracking, but hey, we'll go with it. Shane did a lap dance for Danielle, which was very girly, I thought. But maybe lap dancers are girly by their very nature, but there's something, I don't know, a bit feminine about him. And Justin came up with his campaign to Alex as well. I was hoping that Alex was going to put Morgan up, her sister, because she was saying she was going to do that in her pre-game, but then she was lying. Then Alex said to her sister, you know I have Dad's endurance. You know how Dad can just go and go and go. Now, I'm not saying anything, but I'm getting Cody's dad sort of vibes there. So then, Chrissy got her care package, which is she can save a friend but not save herself. This is good because we know who Chrissy's friends are, Jason and Justin. Who would be best for her to say about Jason and Justin? Either of them would work for me. Hopefully she will save one of them. And then on the little live feed snippets, Chrissy and Neely were talking about how they were doing it for the big girls who've like lost weight and stuff. And I just thought Chrissy and Neely seem like good characters. They seem like quite mature, and like the most boring characters in Big Brother are like the younger ones, like Whitney and like Monty. They're not interesting. Like it just shows, like they were saying, all the podcasts I've listened to said like the normal person who cast Big Brother didn't cast this series, and it really shows because these characters are much more interesting. They're not so much like the stereotypes, cookie cutter, like the jock, the nerd, whatever, though there is that debt collector prick in there. I don't know, it just seems like they have taken more risks with the casting. Fucking Scott, though, is so annoying. Like, he is like Ronnie. He is like such a snake. And I'm a bit worried about him because he seems to be like going from like alliance to alliance mixing. And I don't want him blowing up Jason and Justin's game. But we'll see what happens. So I thought I was at least going to get to see who Alex put up, but I didn't. So I think over the weekend they do like the safety ceremonies. And then, I don't know. I'm going to watch some live feed tonight, though. So the next time you listen to this podcast, I'll actually have some, like, inside information that, A, I haven't stolen from other podcasts, and B, I haven't stolen from other podcasts. I'll actually know what's going on. That's going to be quite, like, a neat... Actually, I'll probably lose all my charm, because probably part of my charm is, like, I'm just, like, clueless as to what's going on. If I'm like, oh, yes... 1802 so and so was doing this on the so and so cam, I'll be like just like everyone else, wouldn't I? Okay, I'll try not to like be too much of a smart ass. Shouldn't be too difficult. Thank you so much for listening to this. I really appreciate it. I just want to give a shout out to Rem Frask on Twitter again. You should follow him because he's been hooking me up with the daily episodes and stuff. And as always, a shout out to Big Brother Gossip, who their live feed stuff is really, really good. The clips that they have and everything. And Rob has a podcast for his Unending Enthusiasm. Just like without the podcast, Big Brother would be boring to watch. Like the podcast just add an extra dimension to it, and I think it's really fun. And Sister Speak 11. I don't know if they're doing BBOTT, but let's get Sister Speak doing BBOTT because that would be fun. Thanks so much for listening. See you soon. Bye.